Have you ever had an experience out of the ordinary, otherworldly, something people wouldn't believe? Well, let me tell you a tale of two girls who had the most extraordinary adventure. Hi there, this is Anya. Nice to meet you. Hello, and this is Tanya. We are good friends. Anya and Tanya are students of Meadows High. Their favorite subject is science. Here comes their teacher.
Hello everybody. I am Mr. Brown. I am your new science teacher. Today, we are going to deal with evolution. Does anybody have any idea what evolution is? Yes, Anya. Please go ahead.
Evolution says that all living things originated from a single ancestor.
That was a very good answer. Evolution is a theory proposed by Charles Darwin in his book, The Origin of Species. According to him, natural selection of the best physical traits resulted in evolution. Based on this, the theory of human evolution was also established. Does anybody know what that is?
Yes, sir, I do. Human evolution is a theory which says that humans evolved from apes.
Exactly. All right. Now, I would like to give you an interesting assignment to work on. The topic is fossil records of man. Good luck, everybody. Class dismissed.
Anya and Tanya decided to visit the Museum of Natural History to collect information for their assignment. The next day, they rode the bus to the museum. Yay! We finally reached! The girls headed straight to the human fossils section of the museum. They got to see an anthropoid fossil skull, the skull of an Australopithecus, a Homo habilis skull, a Homo erectus skull, the skull of a Neanderthal man, and that of the modern man as well. They were so deeply engrossed that they did not realize that it was getting late. All of a sudden, the lights went off and they heard the door shut. The museum had closed for the day. Suddenly, oh ho ho! What have we got here? Two young ladies! Anya and Tanya were super scared. They were confused. They didn't know that the museum came alive at night. Who are you? I am Dryopithecus, the first of the apes. How may I help you? Help? Well, could you please tell us something about yourself? Well, ma'am, what an honor. Come along, let me show you. The girls, surprised and curious, followed Dryopithecus. There, now let me tell you all about myself. As per the theory of evolution, present-day human beings or Homo sapiens such as yourself originated from an ancestral group called primates. The primates gave rise to the anthropoids, who later branched out to give rise to monkeys and apes. I know the rest. The apes then evolved over millions of years to give rise to the modern man. That is right, young lady, but not so fast. Fossil records show that the apes gave rise to my kind, the Dryopithecus. We lived in Eastern Africa 25 million years ago. Unlike the gorillas and chimps, we were not knuckle walkers. We had a cool, semi-erect posture. We fed on fruits, and so we had long upper premolars and broad lower premolars. Our canines were short but tusk-like, and we had a thin layer of enamel. Our brain capacity was about 500 cc. Not much, but still higher than the apes. Ha ha ha. Wow, Mr. Dryopithecus, that was amazing. Hello? What's going on here? Hi there, young friend. You are just in time. Ladies, please meet Ramapithecus, the next in line. Well, ladies, nice to meet you. Shall I now tell a thing or two about myself? Oh yes, Mr. Ramapithecus, that would be wonderful. My pleasure. It is believed that the Dryopithecus gave rise to us. We lived 14 million years ago in northern India and eastern Africa. We had a semi-erect posture as well, but we had smaller teeth, less prominent canines, and thicker enamel. We fed on nuts, roots, and seeds. Yum yum! While our brain capacity remained almost the same as Dryopithecus, our jaws became smaller in size. Wow! Does that mean that your skull shape was inching closer to that of the modern man? Well, while that is a general assumption among scientists, there is no concrete evidence to prove it. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramapithecus, for spending time with us. Most welcome, young ladies. Now come along. Let me take you to someone. Ladies, please meet Lucy, a famous Australopithecus amongst paleontologists. Hello, Lucy. Nice to meet you. Hi there, fellow ladies. Nice to meet you too. Well, Lucy, we have this assignment to work on. Do you mind telling a bit about yourself? Why, not at all, ladies. I lived about 2.9 million years ago in eastern Africa. Although my kind, the Australopithecus, have lived since about 4 million years ago. According to paleontologists, we were ancestors of the later hominoid groups of the genus Homo. Basically, we Australopithecus were of two groups, the Gracilis, who were lighter and more progressive, and Robustus, who were heavier and less progressive. To be exact, I belong to Australopithecus afarensis, who were short, that is lesser than 5 feet, and were more ape-like. The Australopithecus africanus, on the other hand, were more human-like and are thought to be direct ancestors to modern man. They had cranial capacity up to 600 cc. To sum up, we had more definite human features. Our dentition resembled yours, and we were inching closer to the erect posture. Well, that was a very clear and extensive description, Lucy. Thanks a bunch. That reminded me of a bunch of bananas. Alright, let me now take you to Homo habilis. Hey, habilis, some sapiens have come to meet you. Well, have been waiting for this day for too long. Can't wait to tell you sapiens about us. We Homo habilis were also called as handyman or skillful man, as we made and used tools. We lived about 1.6 to 2.2 million years ago and were the first species of the genus Homo. Our brain capacity was up to 650 to 800 cc. Brilliant, right? No doubt about it, Mr. Homo habilis. Thanks a lot. My pleasure, ma'am. Now, my young friend Homo erectus would like to meet you as well. Let me take you to him. My, am I dreaming or what? Oh no, pecking man, you definitely aren't. The sapiens have finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Pecking Man, and I belong to the Homo erectus. We were the first upright beings, and unlike Homo habilis, we stood erect. We lived about 1.9 million years ago, mostly in China and central Java. Our brain capacity ranged from about 900 cc to 1200 cc. We used fire to cook and were the first hunter-gatherer society. According to paleontologists, the Homo erectus over the course of the years evolved into the Homo sapiens, but I must say there has been no concrete evidence regarding the same. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Homo erectus. Now, could you please lead us to the Neanderthal man? Why, sure, ladies. Follow me. Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, relax, Neanderthal man. Some modern-day sapiens have come to meet you. I understand you want to know something about me, huh? Well, yes, sir, if you would be kind enough. All right, let me tell you. But first, let me introduce myself properly. Both you and I belong to Homo sapiens. What makes us different then? We are from two different subspecies. While I belong to Homo sapiens neanderthalensis, you belong to Homo sapiens sapiens. And by the way, sapiens means wise or intelligent. We Neanderthals, also called prehistoric or archaic humans, lived 150,000 to 30,000 years ago in Europe, parts of Asia, and Middle East. Our skull was large and thick. Our brain capacity was very high, higher than even yours. It was 1,500 cc. We had large eyes, broad nose, and very large teeth. We walked upright and were heavily muscled and robustly built. This is because we did lots of heavy work as a hunter-gatherer society. Also, we were quite social. We buried the dead. Well, what exactly led to the extinction of your kind? That is a very sensitive question, miss. It is believed that the Neanderthals coexisted with modern humans for about 20,000 years. But scientists believe that we were wiped off due to either interbreeding with your kind or were killed by them. Survival of the fittest. And thus, Anya and Tanya spent the entire night amongst these ancient beings, learning about them firsthand, asking questions, and enjoying every minute of this nightly adventure. Morning arrived, and everything returned to normal. And needless to say, the girls aced their